And we're back. What's going on, chat? What's going on, CrossFit world? What's new? What's new? What's new? Good morning. Good morning. Sorry, I'm getting settled. All right, there we go. I think we're good. All right. Good morning, Slater. What's up, Ken? Craig? Gus? Gus had a good night. Started off the week good. Had Garrett Wilson, 25 points. Good fantasy start to the day, to the weekend. Hopefully we get a W. Doing fucking terrible. What's up, Tex? Good morning, Aaron. Good morning, Jody. Hello, everybody. Lots of good mornings. It's Friday, November 1st, 2 months left in the year. Doing good. Good. That's what you get. You should have had them on your team. Man. So I had someone reach out. That's that they watched the show, which I was super excited about. And they gave me a bunch of good feedback. And so we'll try and maybe have like a smidge more structure. Hello, David. Welcome to the show. I haven't seen your name before. And it was good. It was good to have feedback. I'll always take no.com this morning. CrossFit.com didn't post their workout. Is that what you're saying? No, they did. I got an email. No.com this morning. I don't know what that means. Help me, Jody. Yeah, I mean, maybe just like a little more, like just things to talk about, like just things to bring up in general, not like a order. No.com was, I got an email last night. Oh, I think the page is just down. Here, do you want me to? I got the email for it. I think it's squats. Like just we thrive in chaos. Structure bad. You guys are funny. This is true. This is true. I made a comment on a post last night, and here we go. CrossFit. Yeah, last night. Workout today it's a tough one actually. Are we sure? Here you go, Jody. Here's the workout. Right, today's Friday, November 1st. Yeah, I think the website. I think that link is, or whatever the workout link is, just down. Jody, do you do .com every day? This is a good one. This is a tough workout. They're really hard. Talk about pain. There's a lot of standing around and staring at the bar. Oh yeah, it really is down. Huh. Nothing. That's weird. It's very interesting. Well, if you're ever looking to do something maybe a little different, we offer, I feel like I said this on a show recently, but we have it's called WOD Prep Workouts page, or WOD Prep Training, and it's just a free workout every day. If you guys want to follow this, maybe just a little more variance in the traditional .com, but it is free. This is on, it's every morning. Oh wait, we are not every morning. What's going on here? That looks terrible. Well, we were every morning for like 2 years too. Anyways, well, that didn't work out very nicely. Usually are. Anywho, we'll go back to CrossFit. At least there's a workout here. Oh wait, no, my email. This is a tough one. Let's see the workout. Does this page even live? No. I wonder if they just took it down. No, so Nelson writes them, but we have a social media person that puts them up. I have to order that that does the actual post. So, anyways, so how was Halloween? Did anyone go trick or treating? It was a good guess. Um, we went trick or treating. Bennett's in that age where Bennett's in that he's in that age that he wants to do everything, but like wants to like he doesn't like transitions. So he didn't want to leave to go trick or treating, and then he didn't want to stop, right? So like he didn't want to go out of the house, and then he was like scared, but then he was really excited, but he wouldn't put on a costume. So we all wear t-shirts. He wouldn't take pictures. And so it's just like this back and forth, back and forth. Anyways, whoops. There we go. But you don't have kids. Aren't you a little old to go trick or treating? No trick or treating for me. First time not going in 3 years. Went to a Halloween party, then a surprise wedding broke out in the middle of it. Oh, this happened. So the people that threw the party had a wedding there, right? Is that what happened? Yeah, this is not what I wanted to hear. I don't think the back and forth ends as they get older. I don't want to hear that. I just need him. He's like in this. He's a big kid, so he's pretty big for two, and he just gets so excited. And he's kind of rough. Mhm. And and so I don't know. Is this a thing? And so he just gets kind of like he's just sort of aggressive. So we're trying kind of working through that, because he's just bigger than all the other 2-year-olds. Nice. This is cool. So one of my friends did this a few years ago. They got engaged, and their engagement party turned into a wedding. And me and Perrin were traveling. She called us before, and she was like, "Is there no way you can make the engagement?" I was like, "It was kind of weird. Um, is there no way you guys can make the party?" It's like, "No, we're seeing family or whatever it was, traveling across the country." And so we're like 2 days into the trip, and we see these pictures, and they got married, and they surprised everyone there. So it was just an engagement party, and then they got married there, and then that was it. So they invited all their closest friends and called, and she was like, "I tried to convince you to stay," and I was like, "I know." Um, this is cool. This is very noble of you. Are you a good doer? A doer of good, Gustus? I think he's saying that Taylor did the surprise wedding. I don't know. I don't know anything about him. He's an angry elf this week, though. Man, him and that Dan, him and the going back and forth got pretty intense. So delete. Hmm. we used to, um, oh yeah. So we used to do dance marathons. I was just gonna say, so I was in a fraternity and we used to raise a lot of money for CMN. Was our like our second philanthropy. Our first was Huntsman Cancer Institute. And so I was a Sigma Chi. So we did Derby Days, which is a really big philanthropy event with competitions and things like that, 5K runs. And so we would do that for Huntsman and for CMN. We did a lot in college. I haven't done anything since. It's hard, it's tough too. But um, yeah, a lot of philanthropy when I was younger, definitely. So Halloween was good. We had some friends come over. One of my buddies is a like a mm, he works in for the Air Force. He's a civilian, but he's a strength coach. Um, and 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 so he came over. He wanted to work out. His Our kids are in the same class, and his wife teaches at the school with Perrin. And so he's like, you know, big strength guy. It's like been in the football world a lot, and it's just a lot different than the CrossFit world. And so he's like, oh, I'm working on my Olympic lifting, calls it Ollie. And he's like, can you look at it? And so we did some, I think like a bear complex at light loads and gave him some feedback. And we had like 15 minutes and we were like, what else are we going to do? And I was like, well, let me, I have in the garage, I have a 200-pound sandbag and a 150 and a 100. And so I was like, let's do some bike and sandbag work. He said, sound good. And I made him use the 200. He's like 250 pounds, a big guy, right? Like a big strength coach. And so I rode, it was like an EMOM, 1 minute bike, 1 minute sandbags. And I used the 150 and it crushed him. I think it made Halloween really sad. I don't he had too much fun on the back end of it. Um, he was pretty wiped. He was wiped. He was on the C2 bike. I was on the air bike. He came out at like a 130 pace for like the first 40 seconds and then did maybe 3 sandbag cleans the first minute at the 200 and then went to like 1 and then his bike pace was at like 225 and I was like, "Oh, sad day." He got gunned it and got smashed. It was pretty funny. But I moved the 150 good. I actually moved it so well that I think I might actually pick up the 200 here in the next couple of weeks. I'm always nervous to pick it back up. So I got it right before I got sick. Um, and I don't even know how to define that. Got sick, injured. We'll just call it had health complications. And this was February of 22. And and so I had only been using it for like a few months. When I say using it, that means like a session would be pick it up like 5 times with a lot of rest in between. Like that's how much effort it would take to take out of me to get it up. Um, and over my shoulder. I don't take any effort getting it up. And so I it's just been sitting there collecting cobwebs. It made me sad. But after feeling comfortable with like a very, very full 150, I was like, maybe I'll pick it up coming soon. I think that'll be good. So there's like, I don't know, like a sort of lot of news in the CrossFit space. Maybe not. Here's one. What do you guys think? Came out this morning, maybe late last night. Old Brent calling it quits after Rogue, which doesn't, it's certainly not surprising, right? Certainly not surprising that he is. It's, if you read this article, it's very clear. And even as we talked about earlier in the week or last week, when did we do the show on the men? Um, and and we talked about like him splitting time, right? That like the PFA for sure is taking a lot of emotional and mental bandwidth. And here we go, right? So we'll just kind of scan through this a little bit. Um, so no matter what you think of Brent in PFAA, he's been great for the sport. He's he was a fantastic athlete. He's probably one of the top 5 men to ever do it, even though he never won. Um, and and I think, I mean, to be able to be at the highest level for 10 years, is it 10 years? What was his first? I don't think it's quite 10 years. I think it was 9 years. Um, yeah, 13. Oh, I guess it is 10 years. So, yeah. So he tried 2013, Australia didn't make it. 2014 or 15, he didn't make it. 16 was his first year. Yeah. So 16, 17, and he made it every year except 2020. Um, so yeah, and then I mean his last, I mean since 22, he hasn't not been in the top 4 in anything moderately important. So when did he finish in? I think 22 CrossFit Games. He didn't do that well. Um, but either way, I hope that I hope Rogue goes well. I hope that PFA becomes professional and it's not just a joke in general. It looks like he's not on the board anymore. So he's the president. I don't know quite what that means. Um, I'm assuming it's all up here. Um, oh yeah, he met whoever becoming the process of becoming great. This is a good book. Chop wood, carry water. Um, if you guys haven't read it, it's a really good one. And yeah, it looks like he kind of just convinced them to make the push. And that's where his heart is now. I do think having someone that's been in the sport effectively at the highest level running the PFAA is important, but I think they have a long road ahead of them. And I think if anyone's going to do it though, I do think he's the one to make it valid. So, we'll see. Who knows? Anyways, so that's it. So Brent's out. This will be the last one. Be his last run. I don't think that changes our placings for where he's going to be. I still think he's probably still going to be top 5. But interesting, right? Went out on top. It's funny. Most CrossFitters do seem to go out sort of on top, or maybe not on top, but like before their career sort of ends. At least like the big name ones, you know. Um, yeah, it's interesting. What else we got? Let's see. I had a bunch of things pulled up. I feel like this is just becoming like a direct personal feud right here, right? I feel like this, if you guys haven't watched this video, this is like just back and forth. It's like 2 high school kids at this point. It's pretty funny. Hiller and Sporty Beth. Does anyone watch her channel? I don't even know what she talks about. I don't even know. I only see her through this, but it's starting to get, I didn't care for it at first, but I actually care for it more now because of how much humor is coming from it. Who's my pick to win the games? Oh my gosh, I don't even know. I mean, Tia's gonna win as a female. Probably who's my pick to win Rogue? That's probably a better question. But to the games this coming year, I have no idea. I don't know. Tia's gonna win for sure. It's not even close. And I don't know. Brent's out. So more podium spots are up for grabs. Um, I mean, I don't know. There's so much. There's so much unknown with this leagues and qualifying and online, so it's really hard to say. Um, it is getting weird. I agree. It's like it's interesting. But 13,000 fucking people watch him talk about sporty bets. So, I mean, um, so I don't know. I think it's like, yeah, I don't, I don't know. But it's like it's beyond at this point for sure. Here we go. Adler might be out for revenge. Yeah, for sure. I mean, Adler's probably the favorite. I mean, Adler probably is the fittest man alive. So we'll see it. We'll see in a week, right? We'll see at Rogue. We'll see how it goes there. So um yeah. I don't know if I'm invested. I feel like I'm getting more invested because it's like bickering drama. Sort of like um this is true. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Um Yeah, this is very much like a vendetta at this point, right? But I mean, 13,000 people watch this video, right? So I mean, he's still getting like good CPMs, right? And um yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll find out when Adler is soft. So but it's interesting. Like Hiller, I mean, 13,000 views is like not a joke, right? I mean, like it's still a decent video. He still makes a few $100 off of it. And that's how he makes his money. I'm looking forward to the premium live stream at Rogue. It was great last year. Yeah, I'm definitely considering um, getting it since we're going to do some commentary on the front and the back end of it. Um, you think it's worth it, Craig? Was it $25? I'll make Watt Prep pay for it. Y'all, this is crazy. This right here is wild. It's like watching a jug crush the hopes of. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. I was like, Craig, share your password. Y'all, this is wild. This is like scandal peak. This is like the peak scandal of drugs in the CrossFit world. This is crazy. If you haven't watched this, you have to go and watch this video.
Yeah, if they came out and said, "Hey, we didn't tell you," I don't know why they would say they didn't know they needed to.
Basically, in short, the French Throwdown, it seems, has been withholding names that have been popped for drugs by the AFLD. That's insane. Insane. Kevin, you asked a good question on here, the retrospective ban. But yeah, this is crazy. I feel I didn't look at the chat. I was listening while I was driving. And so I'm assuming everyone knows who it is, the guy that Adrian keeps referencing.
What I can see what would happen is that they would just add 3 years, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So they would not give an extra 4 years. They would just say like, okay, this came out, positive drug tested year. They did 1,000,000 balls. This came out.
Right.
So they would not give an extra 4 years, would give a
I don't know. It was crazy. If you haven't listened to it, I think they're saying it's this Alexander.
You joined the show. But Mehdi Grenarone,
I'm sorry, Pedro. I still love you. I still come back.
He said Mehdi finished second in 23 and then it was injured for the open this year.
Like I said, not saying names, but this is suspicious, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think we just want the transparency, and we want them to answer. Kevin Doyle, can you give a retrospective ban?
I think it's either this Mehdi or
I would not be surprised if it came out.
They said another name.
Because
that's
like
the
I
hope
said,
of what we're doing.
This is like, I'm not. Yeah, I don't. Well, yes, I do like to point fingers on people.
agree with it. Humans out.
Two names,
and
Miss Medi Grenerin or like Alexander something. Oops. Holy shit. What just happened?
You would, sorry.
Yeah, if they were
What I can see what would
What is
happen is that they would just
Alexander
add.
Pinsol right here. This guy. One of those two is what it sounds like. And it sounds like it might be, yeah, one of them. Well, it's like it could be two different people, but the one they're talking about specifically right here, I think he got an email about someone about one of these, and then he looked for the other ones. Is what it sounded like. So do I enjoy conspiracy theories? Yeah, I think I do. I think I enjoy most of them. I think I've like waved back and forth for a while. I mean, I'm definitely not a flat earther or like a chemtrails or anything like that. But you know, I mean, like the 9/11 loose change is pretty wild. And I mean, some of them are good good to listen to. Denver Airport is a good one. Yeah. I mean, I go back and forth. I like maybe really deep ones. I'm not a big fan of all of them. I know some people are all in it. They don't affect my life though. I don't let them bother my day to day, no matter what they are in general. So I think it might actually be two guys and one girl. Two guys, one cup. So oh yeah, I don't think this is the rumor. I don't think this is true for sure. Although her face did grow a little bit, but yeah, we definitely won't talk about political conspiracy theories on this show. But I mean, it is what it is. Yeah. So anyways, this was cool. This was a good listen. I don't know if this is a conspiracy theory. Is this one considered a conspiracy theory? I mean, they found these names are like documented there. This is funny. A face can grow. I mean, it can if you take a lot of juice. When your chin gets as wide as male's. Guys, this catch was crazy. All right, on to the next. This is wild. All right. Wild. This was last night. We're up early every day. Not every day. Every Monday and Friday, Jeff. 6:30 to 8-ish until Bennett wakes up. All right, you guys ready to watch this catch? Catch of the year right here. Gary Wilson. Here we go.
Rogers to the end zone. And Wilson, can he one-handed and stay in bounds? They say he was out. Out.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Lassiter covering on the play. Almost a catch for the ages.
Yeah, the only he's going to go for the only chance would be the knee if it came down. He has the ball. What a catch. Waiting for that other foot just doesn't get down. The knee is close. That's what the crowd is reacting to.
What a grab, though. One-handed.
Oh, my gosh. Ridiculous catch.
The play clock is running.
Yeah, that maybe the.
That was awesome. All right. What's going on in here? Up early. Oh, I didn't hear this. This is interesting. Huh. Maybe. I doubt it. Definitely was a catch. I don't know. I can't imagine. I can't imagine this was the thing. Dang, who doesn't hate? So this is such an interesting concept, right? Like, I think in this sphere, I think we are in we as like the YouTube world, this CrossFit thing. We are in a super small bubble within a small bubble of CrossFit, but this is a very small thing. I'm pretty sure HWPO still has like 15,000 paying members a month. All right. And Travis, I'm gonna remove you from the fucking chat. So I think in this little sphere that we're in this CrossFit world, right, or this CrossFit YouTube world, I think that's the sentiment, but that's not the sentiment to everyone else, right? So I don't think this is a very accurate statement. So let's see. Can't wait for election coverage from the Glintons and Savan. It'll be interesting for sure. If you guys are in the States, please make sure you vote. I don't care who you vote for. I probably do, but I think everyone should vote. Your voice should be heard. Your vote does matter. Whatever it is, we want everyone to vote. So go do that. Travis, unacceptable. I don't think so. I think she'll get hurt again in general. So I really do. Hopefully not. But choo choo. Oh man. What else happened in sports yesterday? Anything? Anything else in the CrossFit world? What do you guys think about? I know we talked about it on Monday, but what do you guys think about dense updates? Oh, she just released one. Should we watch it? No, I don't want to cannibalize it from Savan. She just released one like 2 minutes ago. That's so funny. I just clicked on Savan's page and there's a dense update. Like just now. Uh-oh. I think it's good. I think she does a good job. That was funny. Not a political show, but Travis, my grandpa's voting for Kamala too. We celebrated his 2-year passing the other day. That's some funny shit. All right. No more politics in the chat. Let's keep it CrossFit. Yeah, it's good. It's good. This is what I don't know if you guys remember, but Savan tried to do this like I don't know, a year ago, not even a year ago. Did she get it up? Nope. This is all about Rogue. I mean, she probably made this last night. I bet it came out right at 7. Yeah, it came out at 7 a.m. So thank you. You know, just trying to be a coach that thinks he's a YouTuber, right? That's it. Yeah. So Savan tried to do this at some point. He called it like the daily news. I don't know. It'd be hard to find it now. Oh, here it was. Yeah. So it was like the daily news, right? I think he just didn't like it, which was interesting. So if you ever listen to the CrossFit News Show, daily news show, yeah. And so how many did he do? He only did like 5. Travis actually sent me the thing. I really enjoyed this. I felt like it was good. I actually really liked this like daily news show thing that he did. But I feel like it was probably a lot of like front end work. No, it's just this one. He just like was right before. Yeah, and he would just talk about whatever the gossip was for the day. So, anyways, it was good. Is the show over? That's funny. But yeah, thank you, Travis. Talking about with Kate and James. No, I don't even know. That was like before. I think that was a long time ago. Right? Anyways. So, what were we talking about before? Oh, politics. Yeah, that's what it seemed like. It just seemed, but it was interesting, right? So like when you do shows, right? So when you're trying to, the goal is to get as much interaction as possible. And if you could get um 12 to 15,000 views or 5 to 10,000 views on a 12-minute video, Savon only works on sponsorships, right? I don't think he's getting like CPMs, right, for like big viewed. I don't think it works like that for lives. Um uh it does. You've been around a long time, buddy. And so no, if you look at this, when you go when you look at the news, those news ones that he did, they were getting like 4 to 7, all of them. And then one got like 8. 6, 8. I don't know. Anyways, so I don't think you get CPMs on lives. Like I don't think you get like cost per minute or like the units that they pay out for posted videos, unless you turn ads on. And even then, I don't think it. I think it's all different. I'm not 100% sure. But if you could do a couple 10-minute videos a day, and get the same amount of views as like an hour-long podcast, I feel like it would be more beneficial. But I don't know. I don't know shit about it. I just like talk on the internet. So who knows? Yeah. Right. All Y Prep lives matter. I do hope that Dave Castro starts doing the weekend review again. Speaking of that, right? I really like those. I hope they come back. Didn't he make one recently? As I say that, no. No. Maybe. Let's see. No. Last one was during the CrossFit Games. That's sad. Sad. That makes me sad. Maybe one day we'll get him back. Yep. Hakuna Matata, baby. Hakuna Matata. I saw him in the Masters. He was at Adaptive too. And yeah, him and Don. I think Don was at Adaptive. I know they were both at Masters for sure, but I'm pretty sure they were at Adaptive. No, I don't know. Tier, carbon, lifters. These ones? Are these the new ones? No. Jesus. Yeah, they are. They just made one. Kenneth. No. They just made one. It just came out. Y'all, $350 for a fucking shoe is crazy. But that thing looks sick. It looks like there's a wood plate in there. Is what it looks like. At least that's what they made it look like. I mean, it's like back to an actual heel. That's pretty cool. That thing looks pretty nice. Oh no, I can't zoom in. Oh, yes, I can. What happened? Oh, zoom out. There we go. It's pretty neat. Wood and carbon. 300. Who's buying it? All right. Who's in the chat? Who's in the chat that's buying this shoe? Who here has a real problem? I think my computer is still zoomed in on the screen. There we go. They have a barefoot. These things look wacky. This is how I feel. I actually just think lifters are a joke. I think I don't think anyone needs lifters. I think it's just a big ruse. It's pointless. If you have enough ankle range of motion, you don't need lifters at all. But these shoes, dude, these look like Converse and a swim shoe made love is what this looks like. Dude, these looks here. These legit look what are we looking at here? What is happening here? Which ones? Which ones, Kenneth? These look fucking gross. These? This looks like a swim shoe. Is it a sock? Is that a sock? Is that why it's like that? Yes, we'll start over. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yes. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I don't even know. Dude, these look terrible. This is like supposed to be like the sock thing, right? So you don't have to wear a sock with it. I don't know. They don't look that great. I don't know. Those don't look meh. Well, this is my only thing is here, right? Is people just become reliant on everything. Belt, knee sleeves, shoes, wrist wraps. And the interesting thing about CrossFit is maybe get this person's feet off the screen, huh? And so if you have a stable shoe, right, like a hard sole shoe, training shoe, Innovate, Tier, etc., it's plenty stiff enough for you to lift. Okay. And the only reason you put lifters on is to improve position, right? So you put the lifter on, it elevates your foot 3/4 of an inch. Okay. And it shifts your center of gravity forward. And so by doing so, you can stay more upright, right? So if you have marked mobility issues, then it's fine. But even then, you should still be doing all of your work and prep work and warm up in flat shoes because it's just going to make you more comfortable when you put the lifter on, right? I got rid of my lifters years ago and I was never that strong, so it didn't really matter. But I do think people just rely on them so much, right? Like, oh, I can't back squat without a lifter. I'm like, that doesn't make any fucking sense, right? Because you're more stiff without it and you want more stiffness in the bottom of a squat pattern than more mobility, right? You want to create stiffness. And when you increase your mobility or you increase your ability to get deeper, etc., or you have more flexibility, whatever fucking tagline term you want to say, then um, then you reduce your ability to create energy and force production. So I don't know. Don't use it. I tell my athletes not to use it. People that wear a belt, yeah, exactly. That shit was so fire. That was so awesome watching him do that. 2023 games. That was so cool. So cool. I love my strikes. I just had the chill pills, which are not, see, Tex knows. Over reliance on gear degrades an athlete's growth. All gear should be used as tools. So this is how I always say it, right? And this is from the pain world. I say, if you're relying, so this is like mobility, foam rolling, Theraguns, massage, chiropractic care, passive interventions, or support equipment, right? Whatever it is. If you are using all of this, right? Like, oh, I need to go get my massage, so I can train. If you're using all of these things or whatever these, hey guys, I'm pretty sure Travis and Gus are sending feet pics back and forth in case the chat was wondering. And so um so if you're using any of those passive interventions or gear to reach your baseline, or that's how you get to train at your base level, all right, then that's a negative. If you're taking it and using those things to move you 1% forward, then it's fine, right? But if your everyday baseline is relying on all of this stuff, including gear, it's a negative. Hey, I pulled back. It's fine. I did class the other day, and at gym Mako. So I live in Pensacola, and I go to Mako. If you guys ever come down to Pensacola for beach ball or anything, make sure to come to Mako. Amazing gym. And Alexis was teaching. She's just one of the coaches there, and she's a weightlifter first into a CrossFitter. And I do the 5. If I go, it's a 5 a.m. class. It's the only one I can get to and get back home before Perrin goes to work. And so she got out a foam roll. I was like, why are we foam rolling? And I was like, what's happening? And anyways, I had to foam roll. I hadn't foam rolled in at least 4 years, probably longer. I hadn't sat on a foam roller. Never. If I'm there at 4 a.m., she's with me. Is this true? No, I don't think that's true. I mean, is Paper Street, so again, and this is kind of similar to our like HWPO hate thought. Is Paper Street really that big outside of this sphere, like this YouTube world? Right? I have no idea. Right? But I don't know anyone that drinks Paper Street coffee that isn't in this YouTube world, right? So no one in person in general, right? So I don't know. I think maybe we get a little blinded, right, in our echo chamber in here that it's bigger than maybe it is, but maybe I'm 100% wrong. Maybe Paper Street's like doing 10 mil a year or something like that. Right. At least you admit it, right? We all admit it. We only live in the YouTube world for sure. I can't imagine Josh would sell it. Would sell the company, right? Because he's sole owner now. Yeah, for sure, right? It does, but that's local, right? Like, so that's a local thing. Like a storefront is totally different than an online brand, like shipping coffee, right? So the storefront's one thing. Obviously, I think that's going to do fine. It seems like it does well. Even if it didn't, everyone that drops into Proven is going to go there, right? So like Proven, it's Nashville. Proven's going to get 10 to 20 drop-ins a day. They're all going to go to Paper Street Coffee, right? Because they know it's there, right? So it's like a like niche in general, right? But it's different than selling something online, right? Like having a brick and mortar is even a huge successful brick and mortar is just way different than like mass shipping stuff, like good dudes or whatever. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. That's interesting. I feel like if they did, no, and I agree. And all I'm saying is like it isn't only in the CrossFit space, but is it only in the YouTube CrossFit space, which is like this subset, smaller version, is what I mean, right? That's what I'm getting at. So Paper Street was solely in the CrossFit space. Yes. So is Good Dudes for the most part. I think they probably broke out a little bit, maybe into like the operator space. But is it just in the YouTube CrossFit space, which is a subset of like the entire CrossFit space, which is very small within and of itself, by the way. I mean, I feel like if they bought it out, I feel like Josh's face wouldn't be on the front of it, right? You know? I mean, they clearly do their roast. Like, I mean, everyone does it, you know? So, excuse me. Yeah, and they do for sure, right? This is about Paper Street, but in general, the storefront is different than the. I mean, I assume they do that. So they probably put it all in one. I would assume they do their roasting there or try to. What's up, Chris? I received some Frost cans with Good Dudes logoing. I don't know what that means. I don't know what any of that means. Is Frost from Paper Street? Roast to order. Do I know much about a plantar plate tear? I do know. Oh. You know, I've been in medicine or rehab for a while. And I've never heard of a plantar plate. No. Are you sure? I was gonna say I think it's an aroma, which is what I was going to was what I was just about to suggest. It doesn't sound like a real thing. It is a real thing. A plantar plate. Is it lower? Like lower on your foot? I doubt this. I don't think this happened. I can't imagine. I don't know how that would benefit Paper Street. I guess to have a second roaster. I've never heard of this. It's like it's a ligament tear. So like they'll just like lose, like they'll just like basically they'll be here and then they'll just go up and they'll be stuck up and you have to curl them down. Huh. That's interesting. I don't actually know what's happening. So will it look like this? Sorry guys, we're talking about weird stuff now. So it'll look like this? This is very strange. I've never heard of this before. Oh, then I mean, yeah, that's probably exactly what it is. But it says that to Toe clawing. Huh. Interesting. I've never heard of it. Not once. I would have said you were fucking pulling my chain. Anyways, I mean, yeah, that's a pretty unique response. So it seems like that's probably pretty accurate. I can't imagine you have surgery for that, though, to be honest. It says most plantar plate tears will, yeah, yeah, quit layering lifters, beta. Yeah. How long ago was it? How long ago was your injury? So you did it on back to feet picks. That's what I was thinking. Just to be clear, first, a double under box jump workout is silly. Why? You're jumping. You're already jumping. Pair it with anything else. Deadlift, squat, something. Has it gotten any better? So last May or June, you've been dealing with a long time. Figured it would just go away. Has it improved at all? Or no? Let's see. What else we got? Nope, same. I mean, if it's not getting worse, I mean, you're probably not going to do much about it. It'll just sort of absolve over time. This is sketchy. There's just probably other ways to do it. I don't know if it has a lot of value in our space. Like it's good single leg work, but it's just sketchy. Like I mean, just a little sketchy. I ran a marathon last December and it got pretty rough. Kenneth, by the way, we'll go back to that. I'm on mile 18. I mean, it's a pretty aggressive run, right? So I mean, if you're back to baseline after that and like you don't have a lot of residual pain and stuff, I think you're just going to have kind of like a top end tolerance point that you just kind of have to adjust to. I mean, there is a surgery for it, but I'm guessing that it's probably not super effective for long-term outcomes because cutting down on your toes, I can imagine that it's just going to be like your post-surgical pain and issues are going to be rough. Oh, well, I mean, then maybe. That's so interesting. It's like almost like it's like fallen down. Keep me updated. I mean, it sounds like you're probably pretty on point with your self-diagnosis. This is a part that this is indicative of surgery being probably a good option. Not it hurts at the 20-mile mark. Yeah, keep us in the loop. Ken's question, what do you think about barbell box step-ups? I think they're a little risky, right? Like, especially if you're trying to step on like a 24-inch box or something. 16-inch, 20 for males, 14-inch, something like that. I think it's fine. But I mean, there's definitely an inherent risk of trying to step up with a bar on your back. So, Natalie, we do it 6:30 Monday, Friday. So you just got to get up a little earlier. My second favorite word in the English language. It was rainy all day yesterday in the Panhandle, and so I'm assuming it was hot. It was hot on Halloween. All right, what else you guys got for me? Couldn't find anything else. Tried to scour the interwebs. Yes, we missed out. Yeah. It's definitely what we talked about. It was cooler. It was cooler down here for like a week and then it got hot again. But I think it's going to cool off. Jeff, I'm in Pensacola, Florida. So we're all the way to the Alabama border in the south. Let's see. Has Rogue put out any workouts yet? Or schedule anything? No. Thanks, guys. What the fuck? It's very annoying. How come Strongman gets their schedule, but CrossFit doesn't? I wonder if it's on its way. Let's see. What's the weather? Pensacola weather. Oh, nothing. Hot. Still hot. 80s and 70s. Rain the end of the next week. Fuck. Oh well. What did known and unknowable say? Should we go there? Known and unknowable. Is he not searchable? Oh, known, knowable. Oh, yeah. Yeah, annoying. I was like, what? I was like looking on Instagram why Rogue hasn't announced. I don't know. Perfect. Yeah, it's just annoying. It's a week out. You'll get some sort of a schedule. Come on, guys. We gotta figure some shit out. What else? Anything good? Yeah, but not really. I mean, they have a schedule, but there's not one word of CrossFit on there. Whoa. Sheesh. That was harsh. Harsh. Damn. But I'll take it. I don't care if we know the events. I just want the schedule of like when the events are. Just like the time. That's it. Just the time. Okay. I don't think she left Krypton. I mean, she was there, killed Taylor last week or 2 weeks ago. Is this a thing? Did I miss this? Yeah, and so like there's times of stuff of shit happening, but it doesn't say CrossFit anywhere. We're just assuming that was Spin. Spin put out that right. So like strongman, strong women, ladders, but there's no like if there's anything, it could just be event one, event two. I don't think Gabby left Krypton. So, anyways, Gus, do my. Here we go. Oh, sure is. This morning, yesterday, 18 hours ago. It's not a goodbye. It's a see you later. Huh. That's interesting. Huh. All gas, no brakes. I mean, assuming she's leaving for Rogue and maybe just going home for a little while. Babe. But I mean, if she posted a goodbye, I assume she's leaving for an extended period of time. see you in February. So she'll be back soon. I think she's probably just going home before the season. So see you in February. Not that long. Yeah. Well, I mean, she's not training with Laura anymore for sure. Right. Maybe not. Do you think we're all projecting our thoughts on the Laura Gabby issue in the CrossFit in the YouTube world? What do you guys think? Do you think there's real validity to it, or is it just the YouTube world's desire for drama? Because I don't know.
Make my time. Hey, Thor, is that my
What do you guys think? Yeah, I mean the rumor is that they broke up as friends. After the games because Laura decided not to continue. Gabby continued. It seems. And it seems, I don't know what this means. The what it seems like is that at the games they went in, everyone was together. Her and Christoph were still together. And it seems like Laura and Christoph felt a certain way at the games. They left. Gabby stayed to compete, and that Christoph and Gabby broke up, and that Laura and Gabby are not training together anymore or friends. That's what it seems like, and so that's what everyone is assuming. So sorry, I assumed everyone knew that was watching. That's my fault. I take blame. So who knows? So I woke up with like a little bit of a sore throat, probably from pizza last night or the fact that my son is sick. And whenever I have a sore throat, I get a medicine ball from Starbucks. It's like the best thing ever. It's lemon, honey, and like green and citrus tea or something like that. I don't know. That's what I always get. It's amazing. No, they probably won't. I highly doubt it. Man, I would love to have those interviews again. God, what a simpler time in CrossFit just 2 months ago when Dave was interviewing athletes, huh? You know? I don't know. Maybe. I mean, they seem to be. I don't think do you think they had some like internal stuff prior to all of that? I don't know. Who knows? What else is next? That's all right. We all can't keep up with everything. Don't worry. I miss all this shit all the time anyways. I keep wondering how all that would work out, especially after Christoph had that big post on IG about athletes that stayed. I don't even know what he said, but if he called them out, that's a piece of shit. Get over yourself. You're not some do-gooder. What you did is no better or worse than what anyone else did. You calling someone out for their decisions is probably the worst thing. Jesus. Yeah. So let's see. Anything else? Oh, what was I gonna say? I had something. Nope. Nope. If you guys are looking for a new training cycle, or potentially looking to change training camps or whatever programs, we're not a fucking camp. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyways, if you are, we're starting our new phase November 4th, right? Give it a look. I'd love for you guys to hop in. I'll drop the watch there. Here's our phase overview. I chat with Coach Kevin, who's the owner of Coda Ironview, multiple times semi-final individual and games team athlete. Nelson Slade, one of our other coaches. We kind of break down what our new training phase will look like. So we would love for you guys to pop on through, maybe give it a try, 7-day free trial. Get in, get a look. Okay. Or just watch the video. Goes over what we're going to do. It's a pretty good one. We're really excited about it. It's called Fire Breather. Little homage to the old school CrossFit feel. So yeah. Jeff, no. Obviously Kevin does. Kevin owned Coda Norman. And he's part owner of all the other. They have like the most confusing business structure I've ever heard, but they all sort of own all of them. But he does. I don't. I've met Bryce just virtually. But Kevin obviously is very good friends with Bryce. They used to own the gym together. One of the Codas. I don't know. I don't remember how any of it works. He tells me every time we talk about it, and it just confuses the shit out of me. Yeah, there's a lot of them. So it's weird. There's a lot of them, but there's always like a primary owner, and then like everyone else is like a very, very low minority owner. I don't know, something like that. Sorry, I'm sniffing, guys. I'm trying not to do it right into the mic. Make sure you watch the Dense update. It is new. I don't want to watch it on here because it looks like it's all about Danielle Brandon. But make sure you watch it. Looks like it's a good one. Good drama filled, you know? What's going on this weekend? What's everyone's plans? We got like 15 minutes left. Does anyone have any questions for me? I am a coach. I do this coaching CrossFit thing full time. I sit in this office and I write programming for athletes. We have a template track. Like I said, we have accessory tracks that you can do in 15 to 20 minutes, 3 times a week for weightlifting, strength. Strength is longer and weightlifting is a little longer, but some bodybuilding, abs, engine, gymnastics. So we do a lot of programming, and I'm a PT as well. I'll take any questions always. You guys can always ask anything if you want to know. If I can answer, I will do my best to help you become a better athlete or a healthier person and give my thought. But in the meantime, who's playing this week? We play. Hell yeah. This is awesome. Congrats, Natalie. We raised $5,000 for Axel and his family. That's amazing. So cool. Thanks, Jeff. You're a good dude. You are a good dude as well. So let's see. What is it? Miami plays Duke. I'm a Miami fan, in case anyone doesn't know. I feel like the football week started off really good. Last night's game was really solid. And I mean, seeing the Jets win, I mean, I'm on the train. I want them to do well. Miami plays Duke. We'll see how that goes. I think it should be an easy win. My wife's a Florida fan. They play Georgia. It's going to be a bad day for them for sure. And I think the game of the week is what? Ohio State, Penn State. This will be a good game. It's just so interesting how an undefeated team can be not favored by a lot. Like, this isn't even close. Aggressive. I try. I don't know what was aggressive. Being a Miami fan. Let's go, baby. We're gonna run the. Who are we talking about? Are we talking about? I don't know. Tell me what you're referring to, Sean. Sorry. Who are you talking about? Just say you're talking about Cam Ward. That'll make me happy. We haven't been. Oh, yeah. I don't know. Always. There's no generational talent anywhere in college football right now. The fact that Deion's kid is the number one quarterback is just mind blowing to me. I really am. I am not trying not to be biased to Miami, obviously, but I don't understand how it can't be Cam Ward. I mean, he hasn't beat on every stat line, and we have no losses, but who knows? So we'll see. Be a good weekend of football. All right. I have. What should I do for training today? Yeah, I do want to see that. That probably wouldn't go too well. Like playing Georgia or like in a playoff game. I mean, that guy's a freak for sure, right? But I mean, I feel like being able to go both ways is more of a testament of your fitness than it is of your skill level. There's plenty of receivers that could play corner, right? Plenty of corners can play receiver. Are they fit enough to go both ways? I don't know if it's a testament of like your athleticism to do that effectively, right? So it's just it's a testament of your fitness. Yeah, I think your knowledge of the game probably has to be more broad and it's more challenging to learn two playbooks, but I just can't. I don't know. I've always been like, oh, he's just a really fit dude and he can play 100 snaps. I mean, so I don't know. I mean, it's crazy, but people did it back in the day and people do it in high school, right? And and so I think it's more of you have to specialize to make money, right? And just as part of the game, there's no reason to stretch out a player, right? But Deion would. No one else will. You'll still never see it. And it's not because Travis is that much better than everyone else. It's just because coaches won't do it. Deion will. That's it. Right? Like that's the only reason why he's on both sides of the ball. Good luck. November 16th. It's not very far away. Make sure you go into at least some form of a deload. I think you said you just signed up for it, Natalie. Strong Woman event, November 16th, 2 weeks. Good luck. Make sure to deload. It's better to be healthy than it is to train super hard all the way up until it starts. All right. I think I'll have a little bit of training time today. Let's see what class is. Maybe I'll drop into class. Let's see. What do we think? What's everyone's training today look like? Texas A&M is playing, I think, way better than expected. Yeah. They're coming up. It's still so weird to say that A&M is in the. Who'd they lose to? Oh, they lost to Notre Dame in the opener, but they swacked Missouri and LSU. Oh yeah, that LSU win was huge. I mean, they played Texas to finish off the year, which is so cool. I'm so glad that they play again. It was so sad to see that rivalry get broken up because they went to the SEC, but I'm so happy that it's back. I'm so happy that it's back. Back on Thanksgiving weekend, right? Isn't that Thanksgiving week? I assume it is. Yeah, Thanksgiving super late this year. So Texas A&M, awesome game. I'm super excited for it. That's going to be a great finish, challenging finish to both of their seasons. But scale TTC. What was the Thursday throwdown, Buddha? What was it? I love how they do that. No, this makes sense. Whoops. 3 rounds every 90 seconds. So you did 12 sets, right? 500-meter bike erg, rest remainder. It was like a 12 round EMOM. Yes. We got front squats in the workout and then an EMOM of back squats, D-ball carry. I'm not doing that. That's basically what I did yesterday. Just did my 22nd class. I don't know what this is. Oh yeah, this is like, it's like 40 cal row, 75 light dumbbell cleans, 40 cal row. Hey, I know a guy that can help you with an elbow tweak. Just saying. See, we can decipher training. That's what we do all day. I also write completely not standardized at all. Like I'll write an EMOM a million different ways, or for time, or like a window of work, and I'll write it 100 different ways. My athletes, I feel for them and their like the learning curve that's required to decipher what's coming out of my brain. Oh shit. Congrats, Buddha. 2 months into CrossFit. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. This is not a class workout. You do this in class. Ugh, this is not a class workout. Not a class workout. Blah. That was such a hard workout. I did it at elevation. So this usually would be an okay workout for me, right? So last year I was in Denver. We were shooting something. What were we shooting? Why are we there? I don't remember. Were we shooting our strength course? Maybe. I don't know. We were shooting something. I was in Denver and it was during the quarterfinals. And so I was like, I'm gonna do this one. No, it couldn't have been that. Why was I there during quarterfinal? Oh, to shoot quarterfinal content, obviously. And so I did this at elevation and I think I finished, I don't know what I did. I finished like 30 burpee box jump overs or 20 or something like that. It was bad. Like it was bad. But it's something I should have finished. But being at elevation, I don't know if any of you have ever gone from sea level to elevation training. It's absolutely, hands down, the worst feeling in all of fitness. And nothing comes close. Nothing comes close. Let's see, 25 snatches, 50 wall balls, 100 double unders. You do single unders. Congrats, man. That's so awesome. I'm super stoked for you to have found this world. And I hope that you continue to do it forever. I know everyone in this chat and all 20 people watching or 100 people that have joined throughout the whatever the show has turned into their life, right? Jeff's been doing this long time. And so have we all, right? I've been doing this 11 years now, 11 and a half years. Let's see what training think tank is today, huh? God, I can't wait for the fucking election to be over.
Georgia at Training Think Tank HQ. Our demo athlete this week is the one, the only, the Travis Mayer. We announce a new throwdown right here on YouTube every Thursday at 1 p.m. Join our entire community to practice the skill of competing.
Blundered.
All right.
Whoops.
This workout is
3 rounds? Oh, shit. You just said 1 round. Did you say 3 rounds? You didn't say it was 3 rounds. This is a hard workout. Let's hope. Let's hope it's not. Let's hope there's a concede and it's over and we don't ever have to worry about anything. It is Friday. It's Friday here.
3 rounds for time of 20.
Go split screen with his first attempt, except no, we're not, because I actually made him redo it because I deleted the original file.
Did you really?
Psych.
Really?
Yeah.
I was waiting for it to come up. Man, everyone's
you
going to be
know?
so. I had no clue.
I didn't tell anybody.
Oh,
Hilarious.
oh, that's funny. Oh, we're
I was like, oh no, what if he's like,
yeah. It
All
worked
right.
out. Well, athlete gains. Like yeah, there's like
That advice. Movements are go back down, be the first pick. Which move? I don't think this is one that you should really front load by doing tension ball.
Oh, boy.
that's it. Mia already said it's a really easy movement to blow up later in the little bit fast. You need to take a longer break, 5 to 10 seconds.
Oh, there's no rest? I felt like I read it. Oh, no. Oh, he did first.
Fast there. Ching up. Mia already said
Who thinks he's going to?
it's a really easy movement. A lot more. You could lose it up seconds if you need to take a longer break, 5 to 10 seconds. But you could lose it a lot more if you blow up later in the workout.
Just a lot of practice. Unders
Oh,
snatch where like this you
to have
Yeah.
rounded forward kind of?
yeah, I mean like in most other things, right?
Oh, that's sick.
It's like back set tight if you're setting up on a snatch where like this you kind
You guys.
yeah.
It's like up against your.
That means.
But it was something mentally that I was more mentally challenging them. You would
About 100
And then he fell off.
graphics and that. Put your hands out like me is the point.
But a decent bit. Sorry. Go this. Anyways, he even split just about all of it. He went 3 minutes or 3:30, and then he went 7:04. So that's like 3:38, right? Or 3:35, and then so 7:05 to 11:15, and then 4 minutes. That's pretty good. Super challenging. That's a hard workout to repeat. It's very impressive. Travis is still insanely fit. Sorry. What's happening here? All right. Yeah. Yeah, so probably not quite the right scale. He did this in 11 minutes. And so, Buddha, if you'll take my advice, okay, I think single unders was the right move. Okay. I think the bar should probably have been an empty bar, right? Like 20 or maybe 25, probably 25 or 20 kilos, which would be an empty bar, snatching from below the knee, right? And I probably would have either thrown a light wall ball, like a 10 pound or a 5 kilo instead of an 8. What you guys use a 9 kilo. And I probably would have thrown like a 6 with 50 reps or a 9 with like 25 reps. But yeah, this is way too long. Yeah, so either way, that's not enough scale, right? Way too long. Barbell was probably too heavy, I'm guessing, right? Yeah, 14-pound ball was too heavy. So I would use maybe even the 10. That's totally fine, right? 50 is just a lot too. 150 wall balls, right? Like I probably would have had you do air squats. Like if we're like just in like that kind of volume, I mean, I probably would have had you maybe do like med ball thrusters or something like that. I think that probably would have been more appropriate. I don't know your fitness level, but this 30 kilo bar, I'm guessing you were probably doing singles, right? Which is not the intent of the workout. Like not even a little bit. So yeah. So empty bar, maybe even like a female bar, a 15 kilo bar would have been fine. Yeah, this is a good question. Are you at an affiliate, or are you? I assume you said you're doing classes, so I assume you're add an affiliate. Just scale more. Intensity is key. So on something like this, right? So if we break this workout down, right? So you had 25, 50, 100. We take the single unders out from like a rep count perspective. 26 minutes equals roughly 1600 seconds. Okay. It's a long time. We'll say 1500 seconds. I would say that means you're doing like, sort of like you were doing like a rep every like 10 or 15 seconds. And that's a long time. So I would say that the scale wasn't there. And I would say, I'm glad they're awesome. And I'm glad you really enjoy it there, but they should have maybe guided you a little bit better, in my opinion, right? Not a workout that needs to yeah. I mean, you could have done snatches or clean it this way. It would have been fine too. Right. So less is more. Scale, scale, scale. Scale it all the way down so you're finishing the workout in the time cap always. Easy advice, always there. The load means nothing. You're a bigger guy, is what you just said. You are strong. You're going to be able to do load, and that's going to be your outlet, and that's going to feel really good. But when it comes to conditioning, find ways to finish in the cap, find ways to create intensity, and find ways to be moving the entire workout. And there's not a lot of sitting, right? And so that means you're going to have to drop the weight, adjust the reps, etc. All right. That's the show. Thanks, guys. It's 8. I don't think minutes up yet, which is wild. Again, I would love for you guys to give our program a try. Okay. Try not to sell too much on this show, but it is a thing. This is what we do. We do right programming and we're fucking good at it. I swear. Right. If you're looking for one-on-one, we have a ton of amazing coaches. All right. And we are always trying to grow our roster. So, yeah, thank you guys so much. Thanks for being here. Give that QR code a scan. Enjoy the week. Enjoy the weekend. Go football. Go Dolphins. Go Canes. And thanks for being here, guys. Have a good week.